I just want to do a little demo of the MOO I've been working on. It's set in space. It's just an open world MMO. Um, I've been working on building a lot of different features into it and trying to make it, just something enjoyable that has at least one or two gameplay loops that are really fun. So I've been putting a lot of effort into manufacturing. That kind of starts from mining asteroids for raw materials, moving them on to element refining, and then manufacturing from there. So I'm just going to demonstrate that, show everything that I've built out, and just kind of get some feedback from the community on what they think I have working on so far, and some suggestions or things that they would like to see, so I can keep developing it into something that people will want to play in the near future. So I'm just going to get ahead and get started. You can already see a sensor display here, but I'll just do it again. Just look real quick. You'll see I'm on the bridge of the Time Chaser, which is just a ship I made. If I type scan, goes ahead and just gives me a list of things that are around me. I can also scan those objects, like if I scan Farhes, which is a planet. It'll tell me information about the planet that's pretty simple: rocky planet, atmospheric pressure, which is something that I'm going to build in for atmospheric harvesting later. It basically has to do with how much you get per unit of time that you harvest atmosphere with. And you can see here that the composition there is nitrogen, oxygen, argon. It's pretty much Earth's atmosphere. So if you scan things like the asteroid, like asteroid 84, you'll see the mineral composition that it has is these three minerals, and then this elemental composition by fraction here of what that'll constitute. So these are the elements that you'll get out by percent of whatever you mine from the asteroid. So we're going to want to fly to that and start mining it. So to do that, we can do a couple different things. If we type nav, it just brings up a list of saved destination, which are these things down here, and things that are in the area. So if we just picked 3, it would nav us to 84. So we'll go ahead and do that real quick. This ship is very fast, so it'll just move us around real quick. Perfect. This line means I was already next to it. So that's just a little thing that helps me debug when there's no distance between me and an object. So if I type scan again, you'll see we're next to 84. So if we want to move to another asteroid, we can either use the menu again, or you can just type nav 59. And that'll just move us to where we need to go. Perfect. So if we scan 59, we'll see what that is going to be. Actually looks pretty similar to the other asteroid that we were looking at. So we're just going to go ahead and mine it. So we'll type mine 59. That brings up like a little map mini game here. You can see within these borders is the surface of the asteroid, and each one of these little triangles represents a mineral. And you have a key down here that tells you where everything is. So we're at 7.5, so that means we're next to the Belangerite. These are real elements, and I tried to make it as realistic as possible in terms of their elemental composition. So once you're next to something, you just type mine. Ooh, didn't like that. Did you not like? Let's try that again. Oh, there we go. So this is just going to start adding these minerals to the cargo hold. So if I want to see the contents of the cargo hold, I could just type cargo. And there's the contents. So we'll mine this up a little bit until at least this rock goes away, and then we'll move and transfer it over to a planet, and we'll start a couple of jobs. So there's a main menu that the player can use that I've been building out over time. Just type menu, and it brings it up, and it lets you do a couple different things. It lets you view the cargo holds that you have in the game, so you can keep track of your inventory and all different kinds of planets. Because the way space is structured is it's kind of technically infinite. Like, you'll be limited by the speed that you'll be able to move through, but the game is, you can explore, find new star systems that have planets around them, and claim them. And ooh, I had a little error here. That's probably the first time I've ever seen that happen. That's okay. So if we just type here, it's a good note to go fly away on. So like I was saying, if there's a planet gets generated or whatever, and you want to claim that star system, you can. So obviously you can end up with stuff scattered around a big game in a long time. So you can look at all of your locations that have cargo here by just typing menu, selecting it, and then you can see at this location I have a ton of stuff. So we'll go into all these other things here after we drop our stuff off. So I'm going to type nav Farhest, which is the planet that's nearby, and we're going to fly there. If I type Prague, it'll tell us how long we have to get there, about 27 seconds. If I type status, it'll show me information about my ship, like my maximum velocity, which the way I have it set right now, if you travel over 100 AU, you quote, quote, open up a wormhole and you move a lot faster. But for local travel, which kind of helps instigate like player-on-player interaction, like if you're moving within a solar system, you stay within the game and you move kind of like at manageable speed that somebody can react to what you're trying to do and maybe like try to intercept you or interact with you or do something. So we landed there and we type land, and it'll ask us where we want to land, and we're just going to land at the landing pad there. Select one, and it'll go through a little sequence, and once we're done, we'll be able to transfer our cargo. Okay. So if we type transfer, it'll ask what cargo we want to transfer. We'll just transfer all of this. We'll type 11. And now that cargo has all been added to our gigantic list of stuff that we have at Farhest. So you might notice here that I have some elements and some more complex things here. These are the products of manufacturing and refining. The elements are all products of refining, and things like liquid oxygen, enriched uranium, they're all products of manufacturing. So let's refine some of our minerals by typing menu. Select refine minerals, which is 2. Select the outpost that has a refinery. It'll give you a list of all the places that have that cargo and a refinery in it. So you just type 1. And this is just a list of all the things that we can refine at that location. So we'll just click yes. And that tells us that our refining job will be complete in about a little more than 5 hours. So if we want to check on the products of that, we can just type menu again and go ahead and view our jobs. Asks you jobs at what location, so we'll select that again. And you can see the job schedule right here, which is just what we were talking about. A little time off of it, you can see here, because a little time went by. So let's say we want to view the job outputs. Select yes. Obviously, we only have one job, so we'll just select it. And we're going to see whatever the products are of that. So you can see we're going to get a lot of elements out of this that are all listed here. So this is what will come out of our refining job. So let's say that you've refined some minerals, which we've done already, and you want to make something more complicated. In that case, you use manufacturing. So you have to use a facility that has a factory. Luckily, this one does. So you do the same thing. You type menu, go to manufacture goods. So number 3. There is the facility right there that we want to do that from. So we'll click 1. So goods are all set up into different tiers. Tier 1 goods go into making Tier 2 goods. Tier 2 goods go into making Tier 3 goods. Tier 3 goods contain certain consumables that get used to make things like manufacturing, like ammunition for ships, fuel, things that people will go through in the game to help drive the player economy by having things that buy and sell that get consumed. Tier 4 goods are expensive stuff that go into building ships and things like that. But we're just going to make some Tier 1 goods. So we'll click Tier 1 goods. And right now, this is all I've added so far. You can make deuterium, enriched uranium, which is a component of fuel, liquid oxygen, which is a component of rocket fuel, which goes into making certain things of weapons, steel, and this was just part of fuel as well as the lead bismuth eutectic there. So we'll just click steel, make some steel. And it'll tell you the maximum that you can make with what you have, which isn't a ton, because we don't have a bunch of iron right now, but I'll just click yes, manufacture the maximum amount. Have to add a prompt there, but it worked. So we can go there, view jobs, and we can see that we have a manufacturing job that'll be done in about 6 minutes and 53 seconds. So if I want to see the output, you just click yes again, select the manufacturing job, and you'll see that we'll get 7 units of steel out of that. Let's see. I think... Oh, yeah, here's a good point, too. Let's say now you've got these things built, and you want to manufacture something, but you don't want to build the components, but somebody wants to buy them. Well, you can make buy or sell orders. So if you type menu, you can do manage buy and sell orders. So if you go to 5, You can search buy orders. You can search sell orders. Let's see if there's any buy orders. If we click no, it'll just show all the buy orders. Looks like there aren't any. So let's make a buy order. Because buy orders are interesting too. The economy of the game is different than anything else I've kind of seen in a text-based game so far. There's a finite amount of money in the game that's printed by a central bank, which would be a GM or myself. So when a player starts, they get 1,500 in funds, because I haven't named the currency yet. But that gets withdrawn from the central bank. So no money in the game is printed. Like if you ever complete a mission or do something that earns money procedurally in the game, it comes from that pool of money. And those tasks will go away as money gets consumed until the central bank prints. We'll have loans and all kinds of stuff like that too, that all come from that central bank. But to make a buy order and buy things for the game, you have to have enough funds to cover the escrow. So if you're going to say buy 50 things at 1 unit each, you need at least 50 in funds that goes into another account to cover that. So I'll show you that here. Type menu, manage buy orders, make a buy order. Make a buy order at the first place there. Let's say we want to buy enriched uranium. Just type in rich, we'll find it. Let's say we want to buy 10, and we want to buy 10 of them at the price of 10 each. It'll ask us if this is the buy order that we want to place right here. Yes. No, we don't want to add another buy order in this case, so we'll click no. And you'll see that we are now 100 less in currency because that's gone into escrow for our buy order. So if we search buy orders again, I can't remember if I filter out your own buy orders or not. Let's see if I did or not. Nope, you can see your own buy orders here. And you can see each buy order expires in 24 days and change. I'm probably just going to make that something that the player can set to. This is about as pretty as the printing can get to, but maybe I can find a way to fit that whole text in there. But if we want to cancel the buy order, we just go menu, manage buy orders, cancel buy order, select the buy order, and you'll see that our money's been taken back out in escrow, and we have it again. Works the same way with the sell order, right? Just go into that menu again, manage them, make a sell order. But now it's going to ask us from our inventory of cargo there what it is that we want to sell. So we'll pick it. We'll sell all our arsenic. That prompt is a little goofy, but I think it wants us to add in our price, so we'll sell 200 of them. And then the price will be 10 units each. And that looks good, so we'll hit yes. No. Looks like we got a sell order. So if we search that sell order, that's cool. So there's an option to search too. So you can actually search by item. So if you search sell orders, would you like to search by item name? If we type yet and we type arsenic, so A-R-S-E or something, you'll see that that one comes up for that. But if we search for a sell order and type in like, oh, oops, sorry. If we search for a sell order, I keep doing it again. Let's try it one more time here. Yes, I would like to search for sell order. And we type oxygen. You'll see there are no sell orders for that, so it's just the arsenic. So once again, this menu tool is pretty powerful. We can view jobs. It looks like that manufacturing job is just finishing up. It's just finalizing in the last 5 minutes. So we'll check that refining job, products. That's nice. And I think pretty much that's it. We can just launch again. Go back into space. And that's sort of what I've been working on. That's just a short demo of a lot of the features that I've been pumping in for the economy. That's the most built-out thing I have right now. Obviously, you can see there's some stuff that still needs a little bit of work, but it's not anything that you can't work through and make even better. So thank you so much for checking it out. Please leave in the comments, like the video. Please leave in the comments what you would like to see, things that would be useful, and tell me what you think. I appreciate it a lot. Thanks for watching.